This is Jeff with Altcoin Buzz. We're going to talk about the surge that's occurring on with Bitcoin Gold here. Before I do that, if you're new to this channel, please subscribe if you haven't already. And if you have subscribed, go ahead and click that bell next to the subscribe button so you get notified when news like this drops. So let's kick it right off. So if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know that I've been calling for a Bitcoin Gold surge. You know that. And it doesn't take a rocket scientist to realize that a Bitcoin hard fork, no matter how much controversy and skepticism is behind this cryptocurrency, being that it's a Bitcoin hard fork, you know that it's going to get some love like Bitcoin Cash has gotten. And, you know, it's been flying under the radar big time. I mean, when it was crashing like this, that was the time to buy. And, you know, yeah, it's pumping right now. We've already seen a pump before, you know. It wasn't as easily accessible as it is now. Now it's on Bittrex, Bitfinex, Binance. Get ready, guys. This one's going to start closing in on the same kind of price action that Bitcoin Cash has had. Look, Jihan Wu over here with Bitcoin Cash, he's sitting pretty, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at Bitcoin Gold and see what's going down. All right, so the last 24 hours, over the last 24 hours, we've really seen some great price action coming out of Bitcoin Gold. And looks like the chart's loading a little bit slower right now. Apologize for the delay. But you can see over the last, I don't know, 6 hours, wait. 6 hours, yeah, about the last 6 hours we've seen this surge. So the one-day chart is pulling up finally. All right. Anyway, so over the last 6 hours, it's gone from 119 all the way up till 302, and it's looking like it's getting pumped. And the only thing that I see happening is Bitcoin price is pulling back, and I wonder how much of that Bitcoin pullback is pouring into Bitcoin Gold now, and I wonder who's doing it. Usually you could come over here and see if there was maybe Korea or something, but it's the highest volume is on Bittrex. And that's really hard to tell where, if any country or if any institution is driving this pump here. Let's refresh and see if anything's changed. So it's still at 302, but it'll be interesting to see how high it goes even while I make this video. So if we're just thinking about Bitcoin Gold, I would say this is a slippery slope here because we've seen it pump before. We've seen it pull back. When it hit the market, you know, let's look at when it hit the market. It hit the market at just under $500. And I'm saying that if you get it at the same price that it hit the market at, then it's a good grab. So yes, I would say overall this is a good price. Now, the ideal price to get it, and I'm not going to say to buy at this price, and this isn't financial advice. You need to do your own due diligence and check your own research and make sure this is a good fit for your portfolio. But my goodness, 114, you could make some serious moves at 114 with this long term. Over the next year, you're going to see some major price action with this one and Bitcoin Cash. Right now, Bitcoin Gold is like it's the bastard child, so to speak, of the cryptocurrencies. Jack Liao, he's the founder of this. He's the Jihan Wu of, you know, Bitcoin Gold. Okay? So, sure, this one hasn't been a crowd favorite or a Bitcoin Core favorite or anybody's favorite, but that doesn't mean it can't change and everyone get all happy about it. It's kind of good for them that they've kept quiet during all this controversy and they weathered the storm. My post in French to claim Bitcoin Gold. I promised my son I will keep Bitcoin Gold until he's 18. See? Long term, guys, I mean, you have to wonder about this. And looking at this price compared to Bitcoin, 8,000 to 302, this is a good buy, I think. Anything below 500, I'm going to tell you straight up, I'm accumulating Bitcoin Gold. I'm really accumulating Bitcoin Gold when it's at $114. But hey, I sold off some of my Power Ledger, and I did pick up some Bitcoin Gold with that. Um, I didn't get it. I got it. So I'm already up on my Bitcoin Gold position because I got it in the 200s because I knew that it was going to pump. If it goes up to $400 and I see it start pulling back, I'll probably take a profit on it and wait to see if it pulls back again and see if I can accumulate some more Bitcoin Gold in that process. So I took profit on my Power Ledger, which is going sky high, and I put it into Bitcoin Gold when I saw it was pumping because no telling how high this is going to go. Let's check and see if it's going up. Oh, it pulled back 296. So there is a little bit of price action going on. It could pull, it could already have its pump at 300, pull back down to 205, which is still fine because I bought it within that range. And it could even pull back down to $115. And if it does, I'm buying more. I'm not panicking on my position. I'm actually looking to accumulate Bitcoin Gold. And that's because where we're at now and where we're at in a year is going to be a really interesting change here. So Bitcoin Cash, I'm just following the Bitcoin Cash. Let's take a look at Bitcoin Cash. Let's see how Bitcoin Cash is done. Bitcoin Cash has had its heyday, and then it had a real great heyday when it almost got up to Bitcoin, and now it's pulled back. But I have some Bitcoin Cash from the Bitcoin hard fork that happened, but I haven't sold it. And the reason I'm not selling is my basic plan for this personally is I want to hold one Bitcoin Cash, and one Bitcoin Gold at the very minimum. That's my core position that I'm not touching anywhere. But if I can just have one, I don't need too much more of that, and then I can go into other altcoins and make my real profit. But I'm holding these as my stores of value because I don't know which one of these hard forks is going to take the lead. So that's how I'm rolling with the Bitcoin Gold and the Bitcoin Cash. Is to have one, and one. Up to you guys how you guys want to play this, but yeah. I mean, Bitcoin Gold's seeing some serious price action right now, and I don't care if it goes down because I will pick up more. I already have my one, which I'm happy about. It'd be nice if Kraken would give me my other, because I did keep my Bitcoin Gold, or I did keep my Bitcoin on an exchange. I wouldn't recommend holding your Bitcoin on Kraken, guys. So I don't have much Bitcoin, but the little that I did have, I had it on Kraken, and that was kind of disappointing. So I didn't get it. Kraken's got kind of a... Here, let's just check out what the heck Kraken's saying about that. Why won't Kraken release our Bitcoin Gold, right? So, here it is. No plan to support it in any way at this time, but we will reevaluate it later. That's talking about Bitcoin Gold. Please disregard the prior tweet about our stance on Bitcoin Gold. Kraken has not made an official determination on BTG. We will announce plans soon. Yeah, they're just not supporting Bitcoin Gold, and people are fairly disappointed in that. But at the end of the day, Kraken's saying you need to take control over your own money and not rely on the exchanges. That's what Kraken's official position is. So we'll see how that pans out. But some people are pretty upset, especially if Bitcoin Gold goes up over $1,000, and those people who have big positions on Bitcoin Gold don't get their Bitcoin. Let's say they had 10, they're holding 10 Bitcoin in Kraken, and then they don't get their Bitcoin Gold, and Bitcoin Gold goes over $1,000, maybe $5,000 at some point. You got to think that they're not going to let that slide, and you know that there's going to be lawyers chomping at the bit to try and slip in there and get that. I'm not personally bringing any legal action, but I know based on what I've seen on the internet and in the communities, the people who are holding large amounts of Bitcoin are pretty upset. I even saw this. There was a tweet where a guy said he's holding 100 Bitcoin on Kraken, and he wants his Bitcoin Gold, and he hasn't gotten it yet. And he's talking about a class action lawsuit, which I'm staying out of that completely. But, if you're having 100 Bitcoin and you're expecting Bitcoin Gold and you don't get it, a lawyer starts to see money when Bitcoin Gold goes up. So we'll see how that plays out. And I'm only bringing that up because I know a bunch of you who are watching this video right now are in the same situation where you were holding Bitcoin on an exchange and you didn't get your Bitcoin Gold. And you don't care when it's at $115, but when it goes up over 1,000, if it does, you're going to care a lot more, right? So that's the point that I'm making. So we'll see. Kraken, I like Kraken. I'm a big fan of Kraken. Kraken, whatever you want to call it. But there is that controversy that's spinning around, and Kraken's position on that is they don't really trust Bitcoin Gold. That's why they didn't. That's why they chose not to do that, because they don't trust Bitcoin Gold. But we'll see how that changes over time, right? Anyways, let me know your position on Bitcoin Gold, and we'll see you next time.